quick video showcasing I guess Magnus V2 and what you can add to it. Now this isn't normally on there, and just by throwing some DOS games you get that pretty cool splash. Best way to get DOS to show in Emulation Station is take ISO, extract it with 7-zip, and then put it in a regular zipped folder. And any game you do that will show up. And I did just have to redo this fresh. Normally that game would boot right up. I did not install it yet, so I'm gonna have to go back and do that because I just had to recopy everything. Here's another quick tip. See how I accidentally went into RetroArch? If you don't, I noticed someone asked this on the sub recently on Reddit. They wanted to know how to exit a game from where they were without going back into RetroArch, whether from AutoBleem, or whether from another app, whether from Emulation Station. All you have to do, hit start, tap R2. That's it. That'll boot you back to Emulation Station. What else? Yeah, I don't know why no one ever talks about that one. Simple. That works on AutoBleem, like I said, and Emulation Station. Only with the stock controller and with a DualShock in PS mode. If it's an Xbox mode, it doesn't work. Alright, there's Amiga. This is Castlevania. Amiga. I'm actually not sure why that didn't boot up. Like I said, I just redid all this, so. Anyway, that normally boots right up. I'll have to figure that out. See if I need, I don't know. I have a whole pack of extra BIOS that I add into this BIOS folder. Yeah, CD32 Amigas. Yeah, see, not found. It says it behind there. I gotta add those. So that must be all BIOS issues. I didn't add the new Scum VM core. So pretty much this video was just gonna show a few helpful shortcuts. If I had AutoBleem, I could show you also doing the same thing, exiting from any ROM with start and R2, and then entering the all ROMs menu with holding L2 and then press select. I can't do it on this drive because this is a Magnus build with doesn't have AutoBleem. Alright, so normally when you turn this drive on, this is what you would see. Boom. As long as you left off in Emulation Station. If you leave off in RetroArch, this build is going to boot into RetroArch when you turn it on, which is pretty cool. If you leave off in Emulation Station, it's going to boot off in Emulation Station. To shut down an Emulation Station is different. You got to hit start, then go down to shut down console, confirm, yes, all that stuff. I'll show you a cool theme when this pops back in. Actually, two themes. Because they're going to go with some comic book shit that I'm going to get all pimped out on here. Now, I'm going to want to do I kind of want to do a build with it'll be cool to have the Deadpool theme on the main AutoBleem page. The comic book theme in Emulation Station. You'll see what I'm talking about. And then some cool games like Comic Zone, Noctropolis, whatever the hell it's called. And some other comic themed books. I know there's a few more out there. Or games. I can't think of. There's a couple like old school arcade ones too I remember playing. Alright, so from here. Now, you're going up and down, I can jump into any folder, and then I'm scrolling left and right, and I'm in the game. You know, in the games, looking at the bunch of different ROMs, the Sands of Time. Boots right up. None of this is really what I wanted to show. These are all running on just stock, whatever Magnus already had on here. The cores and all, I didn't add. That's all has to be added back in. Scum VM core, all that. This game runs too good. Even N64, you can jump right out. Start. R2. Alright, so from here, UI settings. Now you can do some cool shit. UI mode, yeah, full. Transition style is pretty cool. Instead of instant, I like to do, you can do slide. Now, you see it's kind of scrolling. Now that really gets turned up when you do a theme transition. Instead of PlayStation, say comic book. This takes a minute to load up. When it does, it's pretty cool. This is like a, you know what, the Retrorama is like a Stan Lee, but this comic book theme is really just, it's pretty wild. Wait for this to load up. Alright. Dang. Look at this. Alright, it's just turned up. PS Classic. You see the logos in the bottom corner. You can jump in. And it's got a whole, it's got your descriptions for every game. If I go in